Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Yes, it is Monday. And happy Easter for all of you who have been celebrating Easter over the last couple of weeks. So, in all the different religions, it is a time of rebirth, as we know, and letting go of old stuff, coming into new stuff. And in this time at the moment, it really hit me. What is it that we are rebirthing? Because oftentimes when we go through rebirth years, we actually have an idea what we're rebirthing and what's coming to the fore because it's been percolating for many, for many months. Because generally the time before that is a lead up and we let go of things and what's actually coming out on the other end is much more clear. That's not so much the case at the moment. It's um, it's less clear potentially for some people, and some people are, if they're already there, they're bang on. They're very clear. So, what is it that is coming through for you? So, good morning, those of you who have not seen me live before. My name's Shirley Joffe, and I help unlock genius. And part of that is allowing you as a person or just offering you tools to help you bring out what's inside you and also what is buried so deep or not yet come into your field of possibilities. Normally, I come on and we're going to do a meditation, and I will do some clearing for you. But let's first actually delve a little bit more. So, how many of you who are listening have become very jaded? Because when we came into this, first there was shock, there was fear. Some people didn't even believe it was going on. I'm not going to go into virus versus conspiracy theories because for me that's kind of irrelevant because we are where we are. Whether whatever is causing it, whatever the outside circumstances are in the world, internally you are where you are, and in your life you are where you are. So some people are struggling with finances, and what I found is that there seems to be a lot of blame going around. That if you're struggling with finances, it's because you don't know what you're doing. It's because you are hooking into all of the negative field. It's the collective conscious. It's external things, and this is where people are saying, "Hi, Nina. Good morning. Good morning." Yeah. So, but who's to tell you what you are experiencing is not what you're experiencing? Who has the right to do that? What people are you listening to that are giving you those orders to feel the way you feel and not allowing you to actually be and to experience what you're experiencing and support you and help you, lift you out? That's what I noticed at the beginning. Is there was a lot of blame and there was a lot of kind of like the typical marketing cycle where put people in a lot of pain so that we can offer them a solution that benefits us. And this is what I saw a lot of. There are a lot of genuine people out there, guys, don't get me wrong. People who are really there to help. And I believe that when you tune into the people's energies and to even the collective consciousness energies, you know whether something's off or not. Inside, somewhere inside, And maybe it's time for you to trust that radar. Maybe it's time for you to trust what you are feeling. And the reason I'm saying this is not because I've mastered it, because I'm still going through it. There are so many loud voices out there, and sometimes I'll trust my inner radar and sometimes I won't. I'm still learning. Um, so what I'm asking, or what I'm inviting you to do, is to shed all of the external um, opinions, energies, um, webs, and to start questioning more. So, for example, if you're seeing yourself in financial difficulty, if you are seeing that maybe your moods are up and down, maybe you're fine financially, but maybe your moods are going up and down. What is going on there for you? What is coming up to the surface that is allowing you now to release it? And would you release it now? And if you are, just say yes. You can release it now. So there's a lovely tool that I learned a little while ago, very simple. It's called Sedona Method, and it is, could you release this? Would you release this? When? And you say now. So it's asking you, is it something that you could actually release? Is it something that you are willing to release? And when are you willing to release it? It's very, very simple. It helps with many like impact on the spot emotions. So, for example, if you are experiencing anxiety in the middle of the night and you're being woken up, rather than going through lots and lots of tools, you can ask, would I release this? Could I release this? When? Now? And then you take a deep breath and you allow it out. So I just invite you, this is just a tool I picked up, and I still use it every now and again. I use many, many different tools, but I still use that one when it's kind of like when my brain is in freeze mode, because sometimes when you're very, very anxious, or you are building things up, your brain goes into freeze mode. So when the brain's in freeze mode, you need something really, really simple and basic. And that might be a useful one. Hi, Salendra. Hi. So just a quick one. And so why have I called this live Be the Leader in Your Life? Because I'm asking you to shed everything that's out there that you've been hearing, everything that you are feeling is real and true. Allow yourself to feel it, and then allow yourself to come out and actually be okay with being uncertain, be okay with being excited, being okay with being joyful. So some people are actually really happy at the moment. So I know for me, I'm an introvert. I love doing lives. I love seeing everybody. But put me in a huge crowd of people, I'm not so happy. There's too much energies going on there. For me, I get hypersensitive. So actually being confined is great. And how many people are able to really own it? So of course we don't want all the extra rubbish that's with it. But what if when we came out of this, which is going to be very soon, what if when we came out of this, it was okay for someone to say, actually, I like being alone. Actually, it's okay for me to be at home, and I choose when I go out, and not feel pressurized that, for example, especially in the business world, you must network, you must go to lots of places, you must meet lots of people, and that's the only way that you can actually survive in this world, in this business world. Even from the perspective of, I'm a mum, and I don't like the school playground. There is a lot of competition, there's a lot of backbiting, and there's some nice groups, but I don't want to be pressurized. So when we come out of this, and I was doing this before, but now it's even more so, to be okay with not having to do that, being okay with, and it's not oh, it's almost like, I don't want to because I'm fearful. No, I know where my true power is. My true power is doing the things that I do. My true power is being surrounded by possibilities. My true power is being surrounded by people who are able to have different viewpoints, different points of view, and be able to discuss them in a really interesting way. So yeah, I'm hoping that this is coming through to you clearly. For those of you also, some people have actually asked me, what do you actually do? Because I come on live and I chit chat. And I do, I actually work with private clients mainly. I do day-long mystical mastery type courses. But my focus is to expand people's possibilities, to open people up, to release whatever's holding them back, and to allow them to dance to their own tune, allow them to hear their soul's song, to resonate with it, and then allow that to radiate and amplify out into the world without restriction. So it's kind of like, the genius person, whether they are in business or not in business, but they always come up with new ideas, and they're always pushing the envelope. They're pushing boundaries. They are living outside, breaking rules, not following the status quo. At some point, sometimes these people do get overwhelmed. They do end up hitting a wall, and they can end up feeling jaded. And good morning, Dion. Good morning. They can end up feeling jaded and frustrated and tired, and they're just simply overloaded. So those are the kind of people who I really help to not give up. And these ladies are the type of ladies who get to like the precipice of giving up, but there's something that holds them, because they know that there's a bigger purpose for them. They know that there is something that is stopping them from doing that giving up. So if you're one of these ladies, I mean, I know I'm like that. I'm persistent. I get my real slumps, real lows, and I am persistent. I will keep going. But there are many ladies like that, and those are the ones who I help to realign and restabilize their emotions, to allow them to flow with their soul song, to realign them with the energy and the congruence of success, so that they can not focus. Focus isn't actually what I get them to do. I get them to be in alignment, because if you are an ideas person, narrowing down will limit you. This is what I've noticed with these people. If you narrow them down, if you focus them down too much, they feel restriction, they feel limitation, and they end up getting miserable, frustrated, and destructive sometimes, often destructive. So allowing them to be focused on many ideas, and how to then take ideas to fruition, how to actually have that success with being able to do many things. So that's the kind of people who sort of come into my world, and I do it with a certain kind of magic. I mean, those of you, you just look around. I mean, there is hardly any really focused. There's everything in here is pretty magical. That's how I work, and I do it in a really practical way. I've been in the business world, in the business arena for many years, so I can do that in a very magical, in a very practical way, and bringing that in for them. So, and you know, when they finish, they've got vibrancy. Uh, I mean, I know for me at the moment, I'm being asked to focus, 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 focus. And it's actually worked the opposite for me. So focus, 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 focusing has actually started to limit me. I feel the walls closing in. And it's not isolation that's doing that. Not at all. I know that because I know how my energy reacts. So being able to navigate how you as a person work and unlocking that way that you work and knowing it and owning it, that's going to, I mean, I found that for my clients has been the best way of progressing rather than follow a program. All of the people have these issues. No. Everybody is different. And that's why I like to work privately, because I can put things in a bespoke way. The other thing which I do, which I did recently, was I provide mystical mastery for people. So one of the courses, or one of the days, I should say, is an introduction into crystal grids, portals, and layouts. It is an introduction. And I've also led people through to mastery on that. So if there are people out there who have been using crystals for a while, who've been doing this kind of thing for a while, I take them to that next level, where, because this is something that I do with my clients and myself, and I've been doing for a while. So I allow them to experience mastery. So yeah, good morning, everybody. So shall we do a couple of energy clearings? Would that be cool? Would you like that? Yeah. And also, those of you who are on my group, I'm going to be there in a few moments. I've run over again. I know, I said 9 o'clock. So I'm going to be there in a few moments. If anybody is live who is watching or replay or whatever, I'm going to be going on in my group in a moment to talk about inauthenticity and congruency, and actually do a lot more clearing in there, and see what comes up. Yeah, mastering that. Yeah, so Jackie, yeah, that's what I actually work with a lot of healers with this. It's a new course, and I've been sharing this work with healers and put it together finally as a course, which I was asked to do. So if you want, actually, if you need a testimonial or you need any info as to how that works, and it's of interest to anybody, then contact me and I'll put you through to one of my recent attendees. And we did one-to-one, but I'm happy to do more than one-to-one. Hi, Consuelo. Hi. It's lovely to have all of you on here. This is beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me. So anyhow, I'm going to keep it short. A couple of statements for you. Let's see if we can release that. So what will it take for you to be the master of your own universe? Or whatever it is that's stopping you, can we destroy and uncreate it? So in order just to receive the energy, just say yes. And how many beliefs have you formed that without other people's approval, you are not worthy of having your own opinions? Whatever that is, can we destroy and uncreate that? So again, if you'd like to receive that, please say yes. I'm saying, actually, in my head, I'm doing the Pod and POC, which is the access clearing statement. So I'm actually going to do that out loud for both those, destroy and uncreate those, good and bad, right and wrong, Pod and POC, all 9 boys, shorts and beyonds. Some people like to hear the statement, other people are happy just saying yes. And it works either way. It's fabulous. So I'll leave you with those two. If you like the energy of those two, one thing which I say to people is say them, or take those two. You can snip that down, record it, put it on a loop, and play it back over and over and over again, and it will open up some energy for you. Okay. What I do, because a lot of people said, "Oh, I've got so many things to put on loop." Just choose one, and if it's a big load, then play it for like 2-3 weeks. But if it's something small, you can just run it for the day and through one night, and then see what energy opens up. Okay. So I'm hoping you're going to have an amazing day. I am seeing a beautiful sun outside. So I'm going to do my stuff this morning and then just chill out. My husband made an amazing makeshift table tennis table, which is so cool because I haven't played table tennis for years. And I used to just spend hours just going with friends. So I'm super excited because I get to play with the girls and I get to play table tennis with my husband, and it's super fun. So how much more fun can you have today? And I will see guys on my group. I'll see you over there in 1 minute. I'm literally just going to stop and start. And if you're not in my group, it is a subscription group. It's a membership group. It is £11.44 a month. I do weekly clearings. I set up grids. I do activations, and we're going to be running our first private members only webinar probably this Wednesday night. So if you do want to join, if that's interesting for you, the group is creating limitless and endless possibilities for your reality -S Joffy. So if that's something of interest, search for that, and yeah, I'll grant you entry once the subscription's gone through. Okay, and you can always join and cancel. It's it's not a big deal, but just an invitation. So I hope you have an amazing day, and some special stuff coming up as well. Our day of fun was so fun yesterday that we didn't do all the fun things. So we've got 2 more days of fun, or 5 more days of fun. How many days of fun can you possibly have? Let's leave that with you. Okay, bye guys. Bye.